Wow, my dog timed the bark pretty well.
the ferocious dog lion at the beginning. Oh. There we are. Greetings and welcome to Daedric and Jai presents Titan's Gift, Season 4, Episode 5. I am your DM and host, Marty, joined by the full Seattle crew. How is everyone doing on this fine Tuesday? It's been a while, gents.
I don't think it's the full Seattle crew. I think one of us is in Canada.
Well,
you guys are a bunch of really cool Seattle people, and then just,
Well, you guys are the crew. I'm the captain of this crazy train.
Yeah, all right.
I couldn't do it without you guys. Yes, I'm not currently in Seattle, hence we're not streaming because we don't have proper internet at the house in Canada yet. But one day soon, hopefully, we'll be able to resume the streaming. If not, in October when I'm back in Seattle. How's everyone doing? Anything to share with the folks?
The new Final Fantasy game is pretty fun.
Cool.
Enjoying that. It's pretty good. My wife and I have been playing it quite a bit. Finally got into constructed magic, which I said I wasn't going to do.
Hey, yeah, you swore that off. What happened?
Well, I started building this Lathril deck that I'm really happy with, and then I started putting a bunch of money into this Lathril deck that I'm really happy with, and now I'm literally sleeving my Lathril deck right now. So.
Are you going and playing at places?
I've got some friends that have been hosting events, so I've just been going over there, but who knows? I might show up at Mox here in a bit. We'll see what happens. As it stands right now, though, it's just casual.
This is the legendary elf noble. Is that what Lathril is?
Yeah, she's pretty great.
I haven't played much. I haven't played it like in months, so I don't know what's.
She's been around for a while
right now.
She's been around for a while.
Are you playing standard or?
No, just commander.
Oh, and this is your commander?
Yeah.
Do you guys understand a word what they're saying?
No clue. I'm fascinated. I didn't buy tickets on the way in, so I have no idea what the show is about.
Speaking of tickets, we just got back from the Empire Strips Back. That was
awesome. Yeah. How was that? I keep seeing stuff.
It was so good. I mean, not only were they very talented, I was actually thoroughly entertained. Some of it was funny as hell. It was really good.
How did they get the licensing to do that? I can't imagine.
I doubt they did. I bet they're just doing it anyways. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's kind of like all of that Rule 34 stuff on the internet. It's better for a large company, not to go after them, because then you just give them traffic. So usually when it's something that's inappropriate, you don't want people looking it up online or creating articles around it or driving a bunch of traffic to your IP and whatever that is.
Licensing sponsored by Barbara Streisand Effect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So most of the time when it's I think it falls in that bucket, they choose not to pursue it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
But I have no idea. Maybe they do have a cool license. I'm not sure.
I just feel like Disney is not going to license out some sort of Star Wars themed burlesque show or whatever it is.
Star Wars themed adult entertainment.
Yeah.
Just saying, it was pretty great.
Yep.
Where they just go, we're not buying it, it's a review. It's an artistic review. Don't need a license for a review. If they're dancing, it might literally be a review.
There might be something there under fair use. I have no idea. I'm not a lawyer.
Nice.
Satire, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty funny.
Nice.
Cool. Well, I go on holiday in a week. So in a week from now, I have some paid time off, which I'm very much looking forward to. I've actually stopped accumulating time off at work because I haven't taken time off enough. So I need to take a break. I'm done. So we're gonna go.
You're going back home, right?
Yeah, we're going to Africa for safari. Gonna be good.
Safari?
Yeah. We told everybody, hey, we're flying, so many thousands of miles to get there. You can drive a couple of 100 kilometers to see us, so that's fine.
Nice.
So if most people, if they want to see us, they have to meet us in Kruger National Park, for the most part. For the most part.
That's
That's
pretty
Rented a
fun.
car last night. I was like, dang, these international rates are expensive.
Yeah.
So, but it's fine. Looking forward to that though. Not looking forward to the flights. I've done too many international flights in the last 6 weeks. I'm almost not in the mood for traveling, but this one I'll do.
Nice. Don't get eaten, buddy.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
You
I'll
see-
try my best.
Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Luke, what's new with you, bud?
Oh, geez, who even knows? Not a lot. Just living some summer. Went camping a couple weeks ago. That was fun. Been reading or listening to The Expanse. I'm almost done. I'm on the second to last book, and then I think there's like one novella after that. I've gotten to the point where it's past where the show ended, which is interesting because it's like all new. And I kind of get why they ended the show where they did, because the books do like a 30-year jump, which maybe the Expanse will just come back in like a couple decades when the characters are
or I'm
aged.
hoping they do like at least Farscape did this, a couple of made for TV movies kind of thing to end off the series.
That would be cool. That would be cool to see him finish it. But the books have been real, like it's the first like page turners I've read in a long time, which is
Nice.
fun. Doing that. Oh my god, I've been playing. I found a game that's held my attention more than like the usual 2 weeks of video game holds my attention. Space Haven. It's still in early access, but it's like a city builder, but your city is a spaceship, and you like go around mining and
It's pretty good.
pirates.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
I've played a little Space Haven myself. I haven't played in about 8 months, maybe a year.
I think there's a new update probably since you played where they've added a bunch of new like mechanics and stuff, like point defense cannons and stuff like that.
If you like stuff like that, you should also try out Cosmoteer.
Yeah, that one came up on my searches as well.
So Cosmoteer is really all just about battle tactics for your spaceship, right? They've really minified everything else. Like, it's super fun.
There's another one coming out that looks really good. I forget what it's called offhand, but it has like a cool like 80s cartoon aesthetic going, and it's like you're running a spaceship. It's like Hyperlight Odyssey, I think is what it's called. Yeah, doing that kind of stuff. Trying to keep a handle on the yard work. We're actually going up to Canada later this month.
Canada's a big place, but
yeah,
where are you
we're not going to. We're not going to your side. We're just going north up into Vancouver. Cyrus can finally travel internationally again, so we're gonna go test it out with just an easy one over the border.
Nice.
That's cool. Any
Yeah.
specific or?
Did you see that there's a City Skylines 2 coming up, by the way?
What's that?
Did you see that there's a City Skylines 2
Oh,
coming up?
yeah,
Haven't figured out how
I
to
did
build
see
the
that.
perfect intersection yet? Maybe you don't.
Oh my god! I had to stop playing that game. It was stressing me out too much. It's just like having all the responsibilities of a city manager.
I hear you.
There was one streamer I watched. He made the poop volcano in City Skylines.
Yeah. There's the one guy, the like actual city planner playing City Skylines has a lot of really
he's
fun
pretty good.
videos.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Biffa as well. He's pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Matt, what's up with you?
Not too much. I've been playing some Diablo 4, and that's been fun. It's kind of easy to just sort of waste a little bit of time there and then go out to do something else. Yeah. What else? Not a lot else. Just sort of.
Haircut's looking good, buddy.
Yeah, you're looking pretty
Yeah,
dapper
I
there,
got a
bud.
haircut.
Yeah, looks real sharp.
Thanks. Yeah, it's working out. Yep.
For games, I downloaded because it was on sale. Franchise Hockey Manager 9. It was on for $10.
Hell yeah.
So when I play the NHL games, like on the PS4, I basically play the manager, and you manage a team 25 years or whatever. This goes a little bit level deeper, like a little less video gamey, and like actually how the league works. And there's no graphics, or the graphics are kind of crap. It's just tables and simulation. And for some reason, I could put on a movie, in the background and kind of pay attention to them both, and it's great. It is tech.
Oh my god, I'm looking through screenshots now, and the text is just
it's
small.
text tables and just simming, and it's just wonderful. And then I tried Humankind because it was also on sale. It's for someone who likes Civilization and stopped at Civ 4 because I didn't like the tiles, like the hexagonal tiles and the way that combat worked in Civ 5, also in Civ 6. And then this one works in a similar way, but instead of taking over cities, you're taking over territories and you're building a city within the territory. It just feels like Sim 6 light. And I don't know, I'll play it for maybe 10 more hours and then kind of put it down. But franchise hockey manager.
Get into it.
I'm just really looking forward to the new Factorio. I just wish they could finish that up and get it done. And like that Factorio update's taken forever. I'm hoping it's worth the wait.
And then we played an insane amount of D&D in the last week and a half with the other guys. Finished up Chapter 4, handed the DM stick off to Adam, who's now running Chapter 5. So for the rest of the summer, I don't have to DM anything but this game.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's nice.
You're gonna be bored, dude.
Well,
You're gonna be bored.
I've got a lot of movies here, and there will reach a point where I'm going to start a side project or something.
How many characters are you running in the other game to make up for, like?
So everyone's got 2. Adam let me have 3, and they each have a cohort.
So
now not every adventure you bring your cohorts along. In fact, a lot of us have cohorts, and the cohorts sometimes just go off on their own like a separate party. But mainly 3.
Jeez.
Adam's like, you got to give Marty a party to run because he's gonna.
Yeah.
You just let him go. It's the conversations where your 2 characters are talking to each other that are pretty fun to. I don't know, like having a conversation with yourself in 2 voices. You out of context, you'd be mad. You'd be considered really mad.
You might be a little mad.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not ruling that out. All right, why don't we do a quick recap of what happened last game, which was a long time ago in a dream far, far away. Blasphemy 101. The Jerks Emeritus navigate the strangeness of Castle Amber in search of Ezri and a way to find their way out, and a way out of the Dread Realm itself. They encounter a dangerously playful beast of legend, interact with an automated fortune teller, and deal with the unstable melting gold dragon. I think I almost killed.
Deal with
deal with really glosses over a lot of things.
that isn't quite just for what shenanigans took place.
Ultimately, it's kind of a mixed bag deal for the dragon.
Yeah.
Religiously convert in the attempt to smite is probably the best way to phrase it.
I didn't want to give away everything in the synopsis, but yes, there was some. Well, the title of the episode was Blasphemy 101, so
it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
It did get pretty dark.
Though there was that real great scene where all those leprechauns ran into the room after the goal.
The leprechauns are always fun.
That one really that image really stuck with me from last the leprechauns.
All right, so I think the party is in the hallway of the eastern wing of the palace, or of Castle Ember, and this hallway leads back into the garden where the jabberwock kind of tossed you guys around when you last tread through here. Ezri did escape. I think you spotted Ezri, right?
I seem to remember interacting with her or something.
Yeah. So she's gone
cat
quite she appears as a cat in this place and has gone quite feral, running around this dream realm. And she's very skittish, as cats often are. And let me see if I can find her token.
So we found, I'm trying to remember, we found one piece in the boxing one. We had another piece in the feasting room. And then a third piece. Did we find a third piece in the well?
Yeah.
With this in this dragon's room?
I think what we found in the dragon room is the vorpal sword.
Yep.
Oh, that was what was in the well. Was the vorpal sword to go and face the jabberwock in the garden room, where we think the third piece might be. And the three pieces were of
a key.
It was a key, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a dimensional key that will get us essentially out of the Amber Palace and up to the place where the Mind Flayer is essentially over the realm, I think.
Okay.
Did we get that sword as loot? Was that something that was supposed to go to Gear and Treasure or something like that?
Yeah,
the vorpal sword?
I think it might be directly on a sheet, but I'm not sure.
Let me look for that right now.
Because I think it was the last thing that happened. So
I do remember describing it. It was 2 months ago.
I remember describing it. I don't have stats anywhere for it.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Typing in vorpal in my notes doesn't get me anything.
What about typing Snicker-Snack?
It's called the Darkstar.
Oh, okay. Yep, that rings a bell.
Where's that?
It's lying on the ground here next to us.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Along with some leprechauns and yeah.
Are any of those leprechauns left?
No. The leprechauns were all summoned. They are actually gone by now. In fact, they probably all got stomped.
Yeah, I think they got... Well, the dragon was pretty distracted at the time. Yeah. It was getting stabbed pretty good by Thurgus, I think.
Yeah,
and
it was.
Yeah, I think Makernam puked the sword back up. That's why it's there.
Yeah, we sent him in as stealthy as we could make him at one point.
Oh, right, yeah. He went and essentially stole the sword while we distracted the dragon, but in fact, we actually kind of defeated the dragon too. Yeah.
We kind of like just ruined the dragon's eternity.
Okay. quickly leaving the room with your absconded weapon, the door shuts and seems to seal, as if the realm itself senses that you also defeated the dragon. Ezri had skittered a couple of times down the hallway and seems to be going out towards the garden. Just this wild look in her yellow saucer eyes. Every time you kind of motioned towards her, she was gone. You get the sense who's got a very high sense motive. Is it fair to say?
Thurgus.
Thurgus? Yeah.
I've got a plus 29.
Trauma. You think the little cat has undergone some horrible trauma, and
That cat's seen some shit, I'll tell you what.
She spent a lot of time in here, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, she's been stuck in the dream for a very long time.
Any sense that she's afraid of us?
you do get a sense that she knows who you are because she keeps on coming back, but she's not trusting.
Does it seem like she's trying to lead us somewhere?
Yes, and this is all Thurgus. This is all Thurgus kind of picking up on the motions of the cat.
Oh, I think she wants us to go that way.
That's where the big dragon thing that almost ate the professor is.
Oh,
but
great.
now we have this really cool sword, and Thurgus loves stabbing stuff with swords.
Oh, it was very, very dangerous for keeping.
Yeah. And we're going to want to cast a lot of spells before we go in this time. It's a very powerful dragon.
I remember what the Darkstar does. It's vorpal, but there's a chance it chops off limbs in addition to heads.
Malcolm, how does it feel to swallow something like that?
Oh, I had to make my tongue really, really flat.
Ooh.
Good thing you did.
Oh, we
probably just like
gobblers are very good at eating things.
And bringing it back up.
For keeping and for eating.
I'll probably just stay in the hallway and cast spells from out there rather than go in.
What? Professor, I thought you were going to redeem yourself. Didn't you say you were like the champion and undefeated? Now you've got this super awesome sword. You could go toe-to-toe with that dragon. Live up to your dream, mate.
It's true, but I'm tired. I converted a dragon to a religion and built a temple and won the championship. I'm ready for this to be nap time, I guess.
Oh, can we even go to sleep inside the dream?
I'm not sure we can.
Probably not.
Perhaps Ezri has been forced to stay awake for a very, very long time.
Oh, but are we asleep?
That's a good question, Makronum.
Yeah, we're sleeping, but it's not exactly restful.
Yes, I'd say that's a fair statement.
We're going to wake up and still be tired. You ever wake up and you're like, oh man, it feels like I didn't sleep at all? It's going to be like that.
Thurgus, you're standing right beside it. You notice that Bukerbeck's also looking around. The sword, when it's just lying there, seems to have this really distant and faint sound of wailing and screaming.
I'm going to pick it up.
Okay. It's definitely the sword. You get this flood of visions of, how shall we say, hacking and staking that would put Vlad the Impaler to shame.
Oh, well, that's disturbing. And I'm going to attempt to put it in the scabbard of many blades.
Okay, what's your scabbard do?
It is an extra-dimensional space for swords. It can hold multiple melee weapons in an extra-dimensional space, including ones that would not normally fit any kind of scabbard or sheath. It can hold up to 4 two-handed weapons, 2 one-handed or light melee weapons, can fit in each 2 weapon slot, etc., etc. Only weapons designed to be used by creatures of the same size as the wearer or smaller can be kept in a scabbard of many blades.
All right.
Can't be used to store shields.
The blade disappears into your scabbard, although the scabbard now, when you kind of listen to the top of it, has that faint wailing and screaming coming out of it. It's fainter, but it's still perceptible.
Oh, that's disturbing.
As if the souls of the victims are still haunting the blade.
Shall we go see what that blade can do then?
Oh, I bet you it can slash things.
Only one way to find out, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let me tell some fortunes first. I'm gonna soothsayer beneficial hex some of us, so the next time they encounter a situation, it'll kick it.
Okay.
And then I'll try and keep it cackling. Thurgus, you've already experienced my protective luck, but I grant you some fortune if you need it. The rest of us I grant fortune to as well. And for you, Zephyros, and you, Professor, you can still experience some protective luck.
I do not think that we should go out and face that dragon after facing this one. Perhaps we should try to get some rest.
Sure. Well, what do we know about the dreaming? Is the dreaming a planar phenomenon?
Yeah, give me a knowledge planes.
Let me see if I've got a...
You can add 4 because you are connected to your familiar that is the source of this dream at this point. Or at least the facilitator of the dream.
Good.
I can aid on that one.
I have done one use of my take 20 knowledge check. I'm going to do the other one now. That gets me, for knowledge planes, 53.
I can actually aid as well, by the way.
55.
55.
An aid from the professor, I think he's got knowledge planes, would be 57.
Pretty straightforward.
Yep. I will attempt to aid.
I gotta look at Bukerbeck now.
Big numbers.
Yeah, you can attempt to aid as well.
I do not succeed.
But you don't.
I'm pretty sure it's fine.
Bukerbeck aids, so you get 59.
59 sounds pretty good.
So, in your local dreaming, you probably can't rest. When you went into the deep dream, you've encountered things that have likely been able to recuperate their powers. And then you guys are now stuck in the dread realm, which is inside of the dreaming, inside of the deep dreaming. You don't even think you can wake up at this point.
We're not going to be able to wake up because we can't get out of here. So going to sleep won't force us back awake. It really is kind of our dream that we're a part of.
So to wake up, we have to go back the way we came, I'm guessing.
We have to find a way out of here. And we have 2 of the 3 pieces of the key to get us out or away from this madness.
Maybe then a rest would be good. Maybe Ezri knows someplace safe we could rest and not be disturbed by any dragons or boxing matches.
What happens when we dream without being awake?
Bukerbeck's having a hard time describing something.
We're in control.
You mean, where do you go when you sleep in the dreams?
Yes.
It feels like you'd just go deeper in. You'd be it'd be like a false dream within a dream. Have you ever woken up from a dream to find that you're still in it, but it's a different dream?
We may want to, how shall we say, sleep
Carefully.
In shifts.
Yes.
You want to set up a rotation like a watch.
Although I'm not certain I want to watch your deeper dreams.
You might need to be tied down. You never know what's gonna happen.
Oh, I've got tentacles.
You can grapple us all to sleep, Makronan.
Oh, for sleeping.
Marganom choking everybody out.
big toothy grin from Makronom.
Well, if you're that worried about it, Bukerbeck, I could think about this. Did we have like a ring of spell storing? Or an ironstone of spell storing?
I don't
Maybe I'm misremembering.
I have something. I have something that can hold a level 2 spontaneous cast spell and allow me to essentially add it to my spontaneous spell list.
Could I cast a spell into that?
Thurgus, you've got a minor ring of spell storing?
Yeah.
On your character sheet.
I think I gave it to... I think I had Christopher hanging on to it is why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's got remove fear and calm emotions. Well, I've got an idea. I mean, I could put, this spell that I use to stay awake and not sleep and to keep watch. I could put it into this, and then I could give it to you, and then you could use it, and then you could give it back to me, and then I could do it again, and I could give it to Pharisee, and I could do it again. And that way, no one has to sleep, and we never have to find out. And we all get to rest.
Interesting.
I'm fine either way. A dream within a dream within a dream. What's more dream within dreams here at this point? But if nobody else
I'm not finding that out by choice.
What happens if why don't we just cast like a private sanctum or something? Then something from the outside can at least not interfere with us. Then the only thing is what we're dreaming. That at least isolates us from risk.
I'm not sleeping here. You could try private sanctum, but there's nothing to say that you would actually be able to go into another extra dimensional place or whatever.
It'd be a dreamlike version of it, presumably.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Yeah.
Go for it. I'm still not fucking sleeping until we get to the outside.
That seems fine. I'll take you up on your offer, Thurgus. I'll swap my ring of protection for your ring and use that spell if I can for a couple of hours. I don't need too much sleep. I normally only need a couple hours, so
I would take it up too if I can.
How many times can you cast into it and use it?
And more than enough.
What's the spell?
I have 6 of them left. Our first level spells. I could burn higher level ones. It's called Keep Watch.
Oh.
Does it interfere with like a ring of sustenance?
Good question.
What does it say here?
So Zephyros can also see, because it's a wizard and a magic spell. He's got this spell crux that he's made deposits into, and he can actually withdraw spells out of it. And if this is a first level spell, he could see if that spell is available in the spell crux, like if some magus or something has made it available. And if it is, he can save Thurgus at least 1 usage of the Keep Watch spell on his side.
It's fine. I'm not doing anything else with him. If we're gonna rest.
All right, sounds good to me.
Okay, are you guys resting in this hallway, or are you going to try to find some other place?
Let's see if Ezri knows any place safe.
Ezri, meow, 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 sleep. And he'll like gesture
And Zephyros
like
says, "Man,
this.
All right, give me a diplomacy or a handle animal or a bluff. I don't know if you're trying to make it safe.
Thurgus is none of those things, but he's
Okay.
going to try it anyways. I got a nat 1 for 8. He literally says, meow, 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 sleep.
I'm gonna cast comprehend languages on myself.
Okay, you notice that she with a nat 1. Okay, she scampers from one room to the other, and you interpret that as that's the safe place to go and rest.
Oh, safe place is up here.
She somehow got behind you guys and scampered across the hall into a room.
As we're walking that way, Zephyros just says, "I wonder what a magnificent mansion would look like in here."
Pretty sure it would just look like a door.
Whatever you could imagine.
All right, I assume you guys are following Ezri.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
All right, the
Fair
large.
say was going to cast comprehend languages, so I don't know if that
I
changes.
did cast comprehend. So if Ezri can speak in cat, I don't think
Yeah,
that's
so
necessarily
Ezri,
but
you notice, must have disappeared behind like an alembic or something, as this large room is outfitted with a complete alchemist laboratory. Long wooden tables, a myriad of wooden shelves filled with strange flasks and glassware, alembics, calcinators, sublimators,
I draw the vorpal
athenors,
sword.
retorts, distillation
Ugh.
apparatus. It's chock full, and it's almost exaggerated and cluttered. And there's things bubbling and boiling and toiling and troubling. There's like a witch's cauldron in the corner. All sorts of different stages of development of alchemy.
interesting.
Oh my god. Okay, Thurgus draws his transformative, greater, brilliant energy greatsword.
Okay, so as you're drawing the sword, Thurgus, you got this, like, for a moment you thought your hand was bloody.
Oh no, alchemists.
No, that's
Oh,
just
no.
the blessing of my god.
Yeah, but are you
you
having
heard-
flashbacks here?
You heard the crunching and hacking of bone and sinew as if you were getting a flashback from something. You pause for a moment, you are able to summon the proper sword from your scabbard. I assume that's where you keep it. But,
Yeah.
All right, you
Yeah,
can see Ezri moving along the bottles and things. She still seems a little bit frightened, but there's space under some of these very large wooden tables that you guys could sleep under, at least the smaller folks. And there are some chairs and a divan off to the side where looks like people would sample potions. You get the sense that there's like serving decanters for potions and the different things that they might create. There's a hookah in the corner. Like they may not want to walk far to enjoy the fruits of this strange alchemical lab.
I
The
swing
door
this
shuts
weapon around
on its own.
I'm gonna swing this weapon around at like every alembic and everything that I possibly can that I think might be some sort of mimic or alchemical sort of living construct. Because
Thurgus starts smashing things.
Well, it's a brilliant energy weapon. It ignores non-living matter.
Okay.
So it can't damage undead or construct or objects. So unless something is alive,
what about
he's just going to vent his frustration.
About organic material? Like it's.
Is it alive? Because it says it ignores non-living matter. So I'll leave that up to you. But
Okay.
Thurgus is just angry.
Thurgus, you end up swinging your blade through a bunch of things. You do catch the odd alembic or potion bottle or jug. You suspect that you might be encountering samples of living creatures that haven't died yet, and you end up making a bit of a mess. It's really fun to go and hit things. Yeah. And you turn around and you notice that the mess that you made is gone. Like you create this little path of destruction, and it's like mending itself as you're going through the laboratory. Give me a D3 roll to see if you come in contact with anything interesting. 1 on a D3 is no, sorry. A 3 is something beneficial. 1 is not.
1.
Okay, Thurgus, you hit this one container. It was really large. It had this black powder in it, and now the black powder is everywhere in the room. It seems to spread almost like it caught fire on the air in the dream realm. And there's this really like sparkly black, almost purple powder that is everywhere. And it's coated you, your companions, everything. And when that jar goes back into its non-broken state, the black powder didn't go back in.
Oh, lovely. Just what I wanted.
Yeah, so Thurgus is sneezing. Pharisee, you've got this feeling that you've had this stuff before.
Can I do a craft alchemy check and try and figure out what it is?
Sure.
It's you! I fucking hate! It's you! Alchemist!
The board.
This is some sort of variant of the Dream Lotus that Pharisee's familiar turns itself into in order to stick you into the dream.
This is some sort of... Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, it seems to be powdered dream lotus, perhaps. Something to aid in dreaming.
You also, being at all wizards and that sort of thing, it is highly, highly magical, and there is some spell that has now affected you all.
I do believe...
Detect magic and spellcraft?
Yeah.
Your detect magic and your spellcraft is unable to identify this spell.
Ooh.
It is too powerful.
Do we think this is a good thing? A bad thing?
It's an alchemist thing. It's probably bad. And he just keeps swinging.
Okay, and then Thurgus continues
Fuck this
to go through
place.
the room.
I fucking hate alchemists. Everything they do is awful.
I'm going to go stand in the hall.
Okay. Yeah, you're feeling a little bit heady. Like you've got a bit of a high from the stuff. Like
Zephyros is also paying attention. Like Zephyros is also paying attention to the stuff splattering everywhere, because he knows if like glitter dust touches something that's invisible, you can see an outline. So he's just checking to see. He's just curious, trying to see if he can see any outlines of stuff that's invisible.
Okay. Give me a perception check, and then Pharisee, what were you doing?
I'm going to go stand out in the hall.
Okay. Yeah, you stand out in the hall. There is a little bit of this sort of purplish dust that is caked on top of you.
Yeah. I want to see how it affects others and whatnot. Yeah.
You feel like you feel this strange pull, as if the stuff is trying to pull you deeper into the dream. You also feel that a lot of it is collecting into your familiar right now, and might be having some sort of feedback loop effect with the dream that you're having through the dream lotus that is Pixel.
Oh. This may be enhancing something about our current dream.
You feel Pixel kind of go, oh, like she like really likes the high. And there's a ripple through all of you as you guys all feel like great. It feels wonderful.
Can I look through some of these bottles and find enough to mix myself a drink and then go sit on like the divan and watch Thurgus just smash things?
Roll an alchemist check, and then what did you get, Thurgus, for your perception?
It was me, 24.
Yes, this there is a perfume bottle that was invisible. that is now visible. It's like one of those old school perfume bottles where you kind of honk the bag on the side, the little inflated bag, and it aerates out the nozzle.
Zephyros will fly over towards it to inspect it.
Yep, the object itself is invisible. You don't see any liquid inside.
The liquid might also be invisible.
The dust did expose the invisible glass.
Yeah, the outline.
The outline of it, yep.
Zephyros turns around and says, did anybody see this? This has become visible. This was invisible before.
There is a label on the bottle that you can now see.
Can I read it?
What languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak?
Zephyros speaks Fant, Trade Common, Loan, Quani, Dwarven, Vark, Jotun, Jif for the Hippo people, Sylvan, Elven, and High on Quani.
Okay, it is written in a strange dialect of Sylvan.
There's some Sylvan written on here. It's old.
No, it's a perfume bottle. How does it smell?
And it says, the true elixir of invisibility in its current form of perfume, it would be an oil. The true oil of invisibility. Capital T.
This place has a way with making things a bit more unexpected than you might want.
Do we take this? Do we leave this?
It'll probably make you smell quite lovely, I say as I continue to mix my cocktail or whatever over here.
Sealed at the top. Can I actually take it without spilling anything?
Yeah, it's in a bottle with the perfume spout on it. You pick it up, you could feel there's a liquid inside. There's probably only a single dose left.
Zephyros is going to take it. He's going to take it, and he's going to go to Makranam and say, hey, Makranam, do you think you can keep this?
Oh, for keeping. Yeah, I don't need to see it to eat it.
Zephyros gives it to Makranam for keeping.
Okay, mark that down. You've absconded with something powerful. And then speaking of powerful, the concoction that you made with a nat 2052, you've made something that will... You're pretty sure that the alcoholic drink you have might have some, like a magical effect. It will reveal aspects of your true self.
I'm gonna sip on it on one of these divans and just watch Thurgus tire himself out. Maybe like, oh, you really got that one, Thurgus. Yell some encouragement and some quips now and then.
What's
Fuck this desk.
What's your alignment?
Fuck this bottle.
My alignment? What do That's a good question. I appear, I think... Actually, I don't know. I have that ring of mind shielding on.
No, that's for detecting. What is your true self alignment?
Chaotic evil with neutral tendencies.
Okay, give me 2 D100 rolls.
Nice.
Was it like 2 pound? It's been so long. Or is it pound 2?
You could just give me 2 successive rolls.
98.
Ooh.
And 47. Yeah, 98's high. I don't know if high is good or bad, though.
There's some tables where everything is just, where high is just weird.
Yeah, I like weird. Weird's fun.
Weird is fun.
I'm
if you
drinking
were,
dream
if you were an
cocktails.
animal in your horrid afterlife, what kind of animal would you be?
The professor would probably be some sort of like, I don't know, like tentacle-y octopus or like what are the other ones? Not octopus, squid, maybe.
Okay, your skin has begun to turn rubbery.
Oh, I don't know. Is anyone else's skin turning rubbery from this dust? I say as I sip another.
It almost is a little bit translucent, and there's some bioluminescence kind of going along your skin. Or you still have skin, your skeletal hand is not changing in any way.
I think I'm having an allergic reaction to the dust.
All right, give me one more percentile.
Hold your breath, Professor. Take it like a man.
Perception roll?
Percentile.
Percentile. 1d100. 55.
That's lame.
No one else with the rubbery, translucent, growing skin? No?
No, because I'm not a bitch.
The skin you can make give off 5 feet of light. Like a candle. And you also gain damage reduction 2 slashing.
Where do I put something like this on my character sheet?
Under make a separate thing under race or condition at the top.
Okay.
All right, basically, you need slashing weapons to do full damage to the professor.
So, yeah, I guess I'll do it under race, and I'll write revealed aspect.
Sure.
What do we call this?
This was a revealed true self. Rubbery skin and the rubbery bioluminescent skin. As a free action, you can luminesce 5 foot radius as per a candle, and you gain DR 2 slashing. It's written like this.
And I just look like this all the time now?
You don't know.
I start to glow. I'll just start doing the glowing. No one else is glowing? No? Okay. I'm all right. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got it right. If you're going ew, the professor's pretty ew. I don't think we should be touching anything in this place, says Spookerbeck.
It's a little late for that advice, Spookerbeck. I appear to be glowing now. Can I try and strobe it on and off quickly?
Free action, so you can strobe it.
Oh, every 6.
I
could do 3 per 6 second.
Yeah, it might take some practice to get the patterns down right.
I guess I'll just pleasantly glow and then dim, like a beacon.
Ezri does eventually. You can see her peeking out into the hallway, looking at Pharisee.
Oh my god!
I'll go ahead and walk back in. Can I understand Ezri with comprehend languages? Can Ezri communicate anything to me?
Yeah, she said hi.
Ezri, is this room safe to rest in?
She looks around.
Well, it might have been before we arrived.
It's almost like her body language is something that your spell is reading. Like she's actually talking, but she's just doing cat things. She's like, there's nobody in here, so it's safe enough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink the stuff, though.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. We're going to be... Yes, we'll just be careful.
I feel funny. She got covered with the the black dust as well. She's now licking it off and trying to get it off, but yeah.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Very strange. All right.
She goes over to underneath the divan and kind of curls up underneath where Thurgus, or is it not Thurgus? Where Zephyros is sitting.
I am going to, as part of resting, I'm gonna cast my ritual hex and give myself feral speech.
Okay.
Which should let me communicate with mammals like cats.
Excellent. All right. Bookrebeck also puts down the big heavy backpack of the radio that you guys haven't turned on, and he sits down on one of the chairs and kind of curls up a little bit. He prays a little bit. His prayers actually sound every once in a while like a coin being added to a lockbox.
Sweet. Cha-ching. Little, instead of amen, there's a little cha-ching sound.
He smiles when you're looking at him almost. He shrugs. It is a thing.
Thurgus, didn't you have some sort of grand plan where we would stay up all night braiding each other's hair and talking about boys or something?
There's still so much to attack.
Good thing you don't have to sleep tonight, as per whatever spell you were talking about.
Why don't you keep watch then, Professor, for a couple hours while I sleep, and then I'll sleep for the rest of the night. Or I'll keep watch for the rest of the night.
Fine by me, I'll say, as I continue to sip on my...
This will give Thurgus the necessary time to destroy things.
No, I think I'm good. I promised I would keep watch. I'll keep my word. I just can't do it from this place. Fuck Alchemist Labs. I'd rather sleep in a hole. And he just leaves.
We could do the other the room with Zoltar.
That seems like it would be hard to sleep with him yammering all the time.
Plus, wouldn't we have to cross the garden to get there?
Zoltar was on this side.
Yeah.
I think he was. Yeah, he was on the side with the dragon.
We could cast a magnificent mansion in there, and the sound won't enter.
Not crazy. Let's cast a magnificent mansion in that room and see how it behaves in the dream realm.
Yeah.
In the alchemy lab or in the room with Zoltar?
Thurgus, would you be comfortable in a magnificent mansion?
In the room with Zoltar, at least that was just like a storage facility or something. I felt like there was just a lot of stuff set aside. This lab is like got shady stuff and makes the professor glow funny or whatever.
Yes. I do seem to have a weird skin condition now from that dust or whatever it was.
At least all Zoltar did was just give us a bunch of unsolicited advice.
Oh, Professor, it wasn't from the dust. Yeah. It was from your drink. I know you said the dust. You're trying to pass it off as the dust. No, it was the drink that you made.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so it sounds like you guys are going across the hall from where the gold dragon was. You do find Zoltar, the fortune-telling machine, with the yammering enticements to use the device.
Nice try, Zoltar, but I'm a better fortune teller than you are.
Ezri hisses at the device.
Yes, quite terrible. Is Ezri cursed?
Is Ezri cursed? You're able to just see curses, or you're trying to detect magic, or?
I think trying to detect magic. I've also got, let's see here. I have remove curse. Have I cast it today? I've cast it today, but I have a pearl of power. I'm going to say, Ezri, I think you might be cursed here. Let me try to remove it. So I will.
She gives you a look. She says, she backs away from you, trying to be small. They don't take much interest in me when I'm small.
Oh, okay.
And she seems really frightened at you doing anything.
Okay. You can stay small. We'll kill the beast, and we'll get out of here.
I'm wondering if we cast a telepathic link, if we could communicate with Ezri that way.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, I suppose that's something I need to do. Telepathic link. I'll say, flipping through my spell book.
I think Zephyros can also, yes?
Yeah, do you have it? I already cast mine earlier.
Let me see. Telepathic bond. Yes, let me just see. I don't seem to have it prepared, but I can recall any spell in my spell book. I just need to see if this one would qualify. This one will not qualify because it's from an opposing school. However, I do have a limited wish prepared, and I could probably just overuse that.
It'd be expensive.
It would
Perhaps we can
cost-
rest and then have the professor cast it.
Yeah, let's just see if there's anything else I can do. Do you have it? Can you cast it, Professor?
I already cast it once today, not till tomorrow. My drink is gone. Can we go back to that lab and make more?
No.
Just no.
Fine. When is this mansion gonna get created?
The Zephyros cast the mansion.
We need to do our work first, and then we can play.
There's this massive fant-sized door for your size that is created. And yeah, your spell does take effect. You expected something like very dream realmish about your magnificent mansion, but the spell itself has parameters, and you are able to create a pocket dimension inside the dread realm, which is in the deep dreaming, and the threshold of the door awaits.
That sounds good. I'm wondering what the servants are going to look like in here.
Maybe go in and take a quick look around and let us know if it's safe, and then we'll follow you in.
Zephyros does exactly that. He enters.
Okay. You do feel like you're entering a pocket dimension. You do know that pocket dimensions are kind of linked to the dimension that you just came from. So you are now one layer deeper in this horrible nested doll of dreaming. You're still feeling a little bit high from the dust that Thurgus kicked up everywhere. And your unseen servants are unseen, and they're moving around helping you out. And I think the Magnificent Mansion also creates a splendorous feast.
It does, yes. It's a massive mansion, and it creates a massive feast.
Okay. There are a mixture of fant-sized and small-sized furniture for you to sit on. The group then begins piling in. Is everyone going inside?
And more importantly, we don't hear Zoltan, right?
No, inside you don't hear the Zoltan adverts basically, or the bleeping and blooping of the strange mechanical box.
Yeah,
Thurgus,
Can
going inside,
Makram
right?
stay outside as a hidden thing and alert us if anything comes in?
But there's things to eat in there for keeping and for eating.
Oh, that's a good point. How about this? You take a first shift in there. I'll stay out here for an hour.
Okay, I'm gonna join the feast. I've got the munchies.
That sounds good. I'll stay out here for an hour to let Makram get his fill.
Okay. Anyone staying outside with Pharisee? Ezri went scooting into the magnificent mansion. She seemed to think that was a safer spot.
As long as the mansion is safe, I'll come back outside and keep watch.
Okay. Thurgus, the scene inside the mansion sort of devolves into like a very happy and silly feast between with Bukerbeck, Zephyros, Ezri, the scholar Henry, and Mockernom. They all seem to sit down at the table, begin to eat, and it turns into like a... They're all high. They're all acting silly. They seem to let their guards down a little bit.
Yeah, all right.
You can feel it a little bit, but every time you kind of get pulled to like a further state of unconsciousness, there's screaming and blood that snaps you awake.
Yeah, all right.
There's something about the sword.
Yeah, I figured as much. That's why I'm not going to go to sleep around it.
I'm pretty good at sleeping, so if it tries to pull me in deeper, I might let it.
Okay. Yeah, you're all feeling like finding a good place to have your dream is. You have to fight against it if you don't want to sleep.
I will not only fight against it, I will cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Okay.
Just to get that extra removal of any sort of sleepiness.
I'll go find a place and lay down after feasting.
I'll stay awake until I've seen the professor's state, and until Mockernom can go outside to stand watch as well.
All right. What are Thurgus and Pharisee doing while the feast is going on inside?
Cast Keep Watch, take up a post,
okay.
And just keep an eye out for the next 8 hours.
Is the door open or closed into the room with the Zoltar fortune-telling machine?
I would close it behind me and leave it closed.
Okay.
So we're in the room with Zoltar.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, could I get a keep watch as well, Thurgus?
Yep. Here you go. Slip this on.
Excellent.
Okay, the two of you have warded yourselves against a deeper slumber, while your companions have definitely succumbed to sleeping. Mockernom eats his fill. He finds a little nook for himself to turn into... well, actually, you wanted him to go back outside. All right, so he's just eating, well past what everyone else could eat. Ezri finds a little bed to sleep on, and she falls asleep. Bukerbeck ends up falling asleep as well. He just gives Zephyros a look after the feast, smiles and nods to him, and disappears to a...
Zephyros nods back and slightly just floats up and down.
Okay. The professor and Zephyros, you can feel that after filling your bellies, after your nice drink that changed your skin, after the fighting of this day, and after this really, really potent stuff that you guys got caked in, just giving in to the dream sounds like a wonderful and splendorous idea. This mansion has nice comfy beds and servants to tuck you in.
Oh boy!
It's cozy.
Yeah, I'm gonna just find myself a nice empty bed in one of the rooms and have one of the servants tuck me in.
All right.
Zephyros is going to do the same.
All right. Luke, Neil, who wants to go first and tell me what you guys dream about in the deep dream?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I probably...
And this one, I would suggest thinking about the core of your character and epitomizing what your character has done, is, and wants to do in their dream.
Oh, man. That's a tall order.
I think for Zephyros, I think he is going to dream about being this eloquent, powerful, magical tusker walking into Heshmalah. like just walking into Heshmala. Not like he's the big guy or anything like that. Not like people are worshiping him or anything like that. Mostly it's he feels powerful and he feels happy and he feels fulfilled and he feels sort of a little bit royal just about himself as he's walking into Heshmala, and Heshmala is as beautiful as he's imagined it, and it's as pretty and it's as naturey, and the birds are chirping and the sky is blue, and the fields are the crops are well grown, and he's walking through it, and it's just this very dream-like thing. Like, he's not focusing on anybody else, he's not imagining anybody else there, he's just that happy feeling of walking into Heshmala, feeling fulfilled, and finally discovering Heshmala, that it still exists.
What is the mineral or stone of a Fant Royal?
Oh, that is a great question.
What is the substance? Is it like gold, or is it a certain type of jewel? What would be the?
I would think it would be a tusk. I think it would be ivory.
Or something that pairs well with ivory, like.
Or something that pairs well with ivory. Like what? Sorry.
Like a platinum.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, platinum is a very silvery-looking thing. So okay, all right, cool. You feel all these things during your dream. Elegant, powerful, a hero of Heshmala, a royal, and you seem to circle as dreams do about royalty as you give in to the slumber. Professor?
The professor's dream will start with a frantic sense of urgency, and he finds himself reading books, and he's trying to read as many books as he possibly can, and he's read so many, but he knows there's more to read, but there's not enough time, so he needs to go faster. And as he starts to...
Your dream is actually kind of a nightmare in that it's like stressful and quite
it's like anxiety inducing that he's not gonna, like, you're trying to cram for a test and you're trying to get all the reading in. And as he starts to like look down again at the page, he realizes that without him knowing, his other hand that he's not holding the book with is writing furiously and has been writing. And he sees, scattered amongst all the books he's read and has yet to read, there's just innumerable pages that he has written, as well as his hand kind of furiously flashes across the page. So he's kind of unaware that half of it, what his body is doing, the writing, while his conscious body is doing the reading. And so he finds himself in that frantic state, and as he kind of like takes stock of it, he feels a presence behind him sort of breathing down his neck and watching him. And in that moment, he kind of snaps up and looks up from what he's doing with the reading and the writing. And he sees that his desk is perched high atop in the stars, a great mound of like writhing and like moaning and screaming like bodies. And he gets the sense that he's on top of like all of these like imprisoned, tortured souls or people or beings or lesser creatures, that they're all in service to him, holding him up on this great mountain of suffering. And he's kind of like the capstone. Part of it, they serve him, but part of it, he's a prisoner at the pinnacle.
Okay. I don't know if anyone is looking at you, but you end up kind of stuck at the pinnacle of this horrible mound of...
like a Bosch. It's like the Bosch painting, the Garden of Delights. It's like that, but like you can almost unfocus, and it's just a writhing mass of.
It's a writhing mass of scholars and people whose studies and purposes were not completed during life.
Mm-hmm. And it feels like he is kind of like it's that feeling where he's almost like their god, like he is the focus of it. He is this kind of personification of all of their feelings and their like unfinished desires, but at the same time he's like trapped by being that. It is like he is powerful in the sense that he rules over him, but it's kind of also a prison for him. And then after he kind of sees that for a second, immediately he snaps back to reading and writing because he doesn't have time to look at that. He's already lost precious seconds.
Okay. Mockernum comes out of the magnificent mansion.
Oh, everyone's all tucked in. I think I ate most of it. I saved you a little bit of the food.
That's kind of you, Mockernum. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I might have grabbed a few of the little stick things on your plate, but there's at least some left.
Oh, good.
Oh,
thank you.
There's weird stuff happening in there. Strange sounds.
Let me go and take a look, if I may. Please let us know if anything terrible happens out here.
Okay.
You can come in whenever you need to.
I'm going to turn into a spittoon.
That makes sense. Careful, Thurgus. That one looks like maybe it's real. I'm going to pop in.
There's a metal wheel roll as there's a spittoon in the corner.
Gross.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, but Mockernum's kind of gross. So,
I'm going to go check on the Dreamers and make sure they're okay.
Yeah, the main hall is as you expect from the spell, but you actually are hearing things coming out of like these bedrooms and rooms that sound like they're entirely different dream realms that have pocketed or bubbled inside of the magnificent mansion.
That's sweet.
I'm gonna keep an eye on. Let's poke my head into each one. Let's start with Bukerbeck.
Okay. Bukerbeck is giving a sermon. Bukerbeck, however, looks like he's made out of solid gold and is 10 feet tall.
What?
All right.
Still like super handsome Bukerbeck?
Yeah, it's like bearded Bukerbeck made in gold, and he's giving a sermon about something about the stability of the empire.
Not like compounding interest rate returns with like a well-balanced market portfolio.
Actually, it goes along the lines of the empire that is strong and that does not have its infrastructure destroyed is able to make advances in economic ways. And that the true power of nations is that of finance, because finance is the thing that creates room for artistry and to raise all boats. He's making some eloquent speech. You've never heard Bukerbeck speaking like this before. You might be thoughts that he keeps private, or just ideas that he's. You can't help but notice that. Everyone else beside him is a dwarf compared to the 10-foot tall iron golem, but made out of gold.
All right.
That's pretty sweet.
Can I exit this stream?
Well, you just kind of went to the edge of this room. It seems to be bleeding into the hallway a little bit, but then receding.
Okay, good.
You were able to just kind of part the curtains a little bit into this room, and it's this bright place. It might actually be a really cleaned up grand station. Or maybe some temple city that might be Ankwani.
All right. Does my connection to Pixels still feel happy?
Yeah, you still feel this strange substance enhancing the dreams.
Okay.
And the only thing that about this dreaming that Bukerbeck is having is that you see the substance everywhere. There's a little glint on one of there's a little glint on one of the buildings, and the pulpit has it kind of inside the stone. And you notice that Bukerbeck's eyes are completely like dark and sparkly.
Ah.
From the lotus dust is what you're saying is everywhere?
From the magic lotus dust that Thurgus won in the other room.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me take a quick peek into the other dreamers too, and make sure that they are not
Okay.
having a
You
terrible
poke into
time.
Ezri, and she's like, "I found them." She looks wonderful. Give me a token here of Ezri.
Yeah.
Here is Oracle Ezri. All right, you guys are seeing the token or not?
Mm-hmm.
Which room is this?
I'm in the fountain chamber.
Ah, the fountain chamber. Yes. Ah, yes, I see over here.
Ezri was having a dream about actually this place, and how she was having a really hard time finding her friends. And
Okay.
she's all excited. She found them.
Who did you find, Ezri?
I found
Interesting.
my friends. The ones that went missing a long time ago. I felt so guilty. She's almost like talking to you, but not.
Yeah. I'll step into the room on this one. Who are you looking for? Who did you find? Show me who you found.
I lost them. Something took them. We were in Askren.
Askren? I've not heard of Askren.
It's a place full of wolves.
Huh.
But we weren't afraid of wolves. We faced many dangers together.
Indeed.
But then when we went back, they were taken. Something took them. Something really bad. Something that blocked the way. I've been looking for them. I came this far. I escaped. And there's no hole in my head.
Haha. That seems like a dream. A pleasant dream.
It is. I found them. I'm so relieved. I found them after all this time, after all this looking. I'm so happy. I can't wait for you to meet them.
I can't either. How wonderful. How wonderful for you.
She seems to be stuck in this loop of like this relief of loss and guilt seem to be spread away from her, and she seems to be basking in this feeling. It sort of loops a little bit like dreams do, and
yeah,
a little bit. And when you're not asking questions, she doesn't talk about them or answer anything.
All right, we're gonna give her some time. Let's say, are they trapped by the thing that watches here? The thing that holds this realm?
Oh, I'm so relieved. I found them. I lost them. We tried to teleport. We tried to teleport in. We didn't know what we found something really bad. I tried. I scratched at those doors. I couldn't get in. And the creatures, they stole their bodies. They stole their minds. Mind thieves, she says, like it's an evil thing. But I found them. I'm so glad they're still alive.
I'm glad too. All right. I'll go ahead and leave this dream.
Okay. Pharisee, for some reason, the words, they're still alive, I've found them. You actually hear words underneath her words. Almost like they're piggybacking what she is saying.
Yeah.
Give me a knowledge arcana.
Yeah. Knowledge arcana.
Or a knowledge religion, whichever is higher.
I think. Oh, religion is 20. I'll do knowledge religion. 31.
You think it's something called true speech.
Oh.
Where the nouns have actual different syllables that represent the quintessential makeup of the thing.
Okay.
When you talk about binding devils and angels and outsiders, you were looking for their true names. True names in true speech, but there was a string of her words that it almost seemed like it was trailed by true speech for a moment, and the true speech had this black glittering dust underneath the words.
Oh. So the dust. This is the deep dreaming is kind of letting her live what she wishes were true, but also accessing sort of what she knows is true, or what is true.
You're in uncharted waters here. You think there's a combination of variables that you're making educated guesses at this point.
Yeah.
There's no.
We lost sound. Oh, there it's back.
Yeah, something blipped on my side. Now you're coming through the TV. I need to fix it. Give me a second.
Okay.
I also lost video. We're just gonna pause here. Fix this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is super interesting.